Hi everyone. One thing that a lot of job boards do is that they don't have good filtering on salary range. So if you go to YC, for example, they only have a filter that says has salary range. They don't really have a filter for like, oh, here's how much it should start with, and here's how much it should end with. And so today we're going to go over Y Combinator's jobs page, and you can probably do this for most jobs pages out there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to scrape the data from this page, and then we're going to clean the data up to make sure that it's linted, and then we're going to code it to display all the jobs and salaries, and then we're going to extract just the salary upper limit based on the filter that you want. So over here, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to say network. As soon as you go to this page, the Y Combinator jobs page, just right click and say inspect element. If you don't have inspect element, you'll have to go to your Safari preferences and enable developer mode. Once it's there, you just right click, say inspect element, and then go into network, and then you filter all your requests by XHR. Then, when as you're going through this, you'll see it says 219. There's like some sort of initial filter that you can set up. I set it up to be engineering jobs and remote okay and has a salary range and full time. So I go through all the XHR um, previews to check to see which one has the actual salary range. So I'm going to look for something like 90K. You see this one says not found. So it's not this one. It's definitely not this one. Fetch. So if I say 90K over here, as you can see in the pretty salary range, it shows 90K for this for a job. I think there's several of these matches. But the problem is that if you search pretty salary range, there's only 49 matches, but there's 219 jobs. So where do the other ones go? So what you can do for this is you essentially just, as you scroll, it does other fetches and it gets other values. So you basically have to go through all of the jobs, just basically scroll down and make sure all the fetches are completed. And then, yeah, once all the fetches are done, what you can do is, let's see, is it done? Almost done. Yeah, but what you do once you get all the jobs is you copy this into like a notepad, um, like this, and you just say command, like I just basically paste it, and you kind of see what the format is. There's a ton of jobs for each company, so it's filtered by company, and then it's filtered by each company has several jobs. So you take that object, you know, take another object, and then you just paste it like that. And then what you need to do is you need to essentially, you're extracting the data, you need to clean up the data. So I'm just doing this as an example for you, but what you can do after you paste all the company data, let's put in another one, is um, I just search by companies here. And so I take this, A, and then I replace it with comma. Okay, and then that way it's like one continuous JSON object. So once I do that for all the jobs, I get an object like this. And then what I would do is I would lint it to make sure that it is a JSON object. So jsonlint.com, go over here, paste it. There's a ton of other lint websites as well, but you'd basically just validate JSON, and it says JSON is valid, you're perfect, you're good to go. So first two steps are done. You extracted the data, you cleaned the data. Now you can just create like a new, you just save this on your desktop or any other documents folder within the same directory, create a JS file, a JavaScript file, and make sure you have a node installed on your computer in order to be able to run it without having to deal with HTML code. Um, so yeah, you create this. You just you make sure that it works. So I'll say node, and then I'll say yc-jobs.js. So it says hello world. I know it works. Um, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the code. What I did is I took the object into ChatGPT and I said, "Hey, ChatGPT, help me extract the data." And so ChatGPT went in and I said, "Hey, extract the data from the JSON file." It gave me that JSON file code that helps me extract. Initially, it was not available, so I made sure that it is available, and then I'm able to process the jobs. So I just copy that, paste it in here, save, run. Boom. It gave me all these with the salary ranges. But now, I have the salary ranges. I want to filter by the upper salary range. So I go in, I say, hey, filter by the upper salary range. Uh, Here's the general format, and it gave me the code to uh, filter by range. But essentially, I get the data from the JSON object, and then I set up a regex to get the salary range, and then I put that in here. So I just say copy, go here, bam, save. And so over here, as you can see, it gives me 160K, but I want to filter so that it's only above 250K. So go in there. Now the upper range is only jobs that are above 250K. Boom. That's it. It was not too hard. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope this helps. And you can definitely use this for like other job boards as well.